Welcome back to Hey Miss Kelda. This is Kelda Lang Poynott. Question 6. Am I qualified to homeschool my child or children, and can I do it? Well, as their parent, I would say that you are completely qualified to homeschool your children. And think about all the wonderful things you've already had a hand in teaching them. Walking, talking, possibly teaching them to read, possibly teaching them an appreciation for music. You have shared wonderful experiences with them, and all the while that you're learning, they're learning as well. You're sharing with them things that are very important to you. Maybe you're sharing your political views, your faith, your stance on issues. These are all things that you are teaching your child all the time. So, are you qualified? Well, what makes you qualified? Well, I believe that you, as their parent, are qualified to give your child an education. It may not look like everyone else's idea of conventional education, but it is what is going to work best for you and your family. I am a trained teacher. I have a master's degree in education. But that did not qualify me necessarily to teach my children. I needed to know them. I needed to know their interests, their passions, their weaknesses, all the things that make them who they are. That's what I needed to focus on. So I had to earn my qualifications as we worked through this homeschooling time over the years. When I started out with a child who was 4 years old and we began doing letters and numbers and sounds and early reading skills, and then I move into a 7, 8, 9, 10, I wasn't qualified at that level to teach them necessarily, but I learned as I went along. So, are you qualified? Probably you don't have all the skills yet that you need, but that's why there are resources available to you. There are videos, there are programs that will help teach your child and you some of the educational concepts. If you think that a classroom teacher knows everything, then we are gravely misguided about what education truly is. So I believe wholeheartedly that you are qualified to homeschool your child. In many states, it is very easy to homeschool. Now, in some states, there are requirements that say one parent has to have a college education. Maybe one of the parents has to have a degree in education. Some states even require that you be under some kind of umbrella school, co-op, or something like that. So there are many regulations and laws depending on where you live. But I think that that's when you go and investigate it, you find out what's really required for you to homeschool your child in that state. We live in Louisiana. It is very easy to homeschool in this state. We register with the state. We choose what our children learn. We choose what books and materials we're going to use or online learning that we're going to use to accomplish that. And that qualifies us to be the facilitator of their education. Are we going to be able to teach our children everything? Absolutely not. That's not my goal in homeschooling. My goal in homeschooling is to make sure that my children have a very broad experience with many, many different topics. The things that they are interested in and the things that they want to learn more about, yes, we'll dig deeper. But the things that they just need to know to live in this world, to be functioning citizens, and to be good people with good character, then the rest of the academics fall under that. We're going to read, we're going to learn to write, we are going to have a great ability to communicate, and we're going to understand mathematic functions, we're going to know history, and we're going to have basic science understanding in the areas that most interest us. So, With that being said, are you qualified? Well, even if you don't have a teaching certificate, even if you don't really particularly like education, you're going to do what's best for your child. And in that way, you are most qualified, more than anyone else, I believe, to ensure that your children get the best education possible. If you would like to find me, I am on patreon.com/Kelda Poynott. I am also Facebook, Kelda Poynott Author. You may email me, and you can find all of my written works on Amazon.com.